My name is Dr. Trevor Hayes, and I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist at St. Luke's Hospital in Kilkenny. We all now know, despite assurances, that abortion would be rare, that the number of abortions in Ireland have sadly gone through the roof. A shocking 8,156 abortions were carried out in 2022 alone. In fact, it's estimated that as today, more than 30,000 abortions have been carried out in Ireland. That's more than the population of the entire city of Kilkenny where I live. All gone. Their lives ended before they ever had a chance to be born. As a doctor who brings babies into the world every day, I find this shocking number to be a tragedy, a devastating indictment of how the government has failed mothers and babies and Ireland. Yet I can tell you today that the vast majority of Irish doctors do not carry out abortions, nor do they ever want to. I got into medicine to help mothers and babies and to save lives. It has been my great honour personally to deliver 3,500 babies and to witness the joy and beauty that birth of a child brings to the world. I said this after the referendum and I will say it now. I will not be forced, coerced and bullied by politicians or the media into performing or facilitating abortions. Neither will many other doctors, midwives, nurses and other healthcare professionals who know that abortion is not healthcare and want no part of it. Around the recent abortion review, politicians and campaigners lined up to attack the right of medical professionals who have a conscientious objection to abortion. They forgot many thousands of doctors, nurses and midwives are adamant in their belief and they will never participate in the deliberate ending of a child's life. We know that abortion deliberately ends a child's life. We know that abortion isn't healthcare. Any act that ends a life isn't healthcare. Healthcare is life-saving, not life-ending. Abortion doesn't serve women. It's a sign that we have absolutely failed them. So the Minister of Health needs to understand this. If he believes he can bully pro-life doctors and nurses into performing abortions, he is absolutely wrong. It is not going to happen. We will not be forced into performing abortions, and this is a message to the Minister today. Many of us would rather leave medicine than to be involved in abortion. A procedure that is never necessary and is never part of healthcare, and that helps neither mother nor child. We say this with certainty that an obstetrician can always intervene to save the life of a mother, and always could without abortion. And we say this with certainty that every medical professional knows that the unborn baby is a human being. I find it profoundly disturbing that we now know more than we ever did about the humanity of the baby in the womb, and yet our abortion rate is rising. So let me be clear, no doctor has any objection to providing life-saving medical treatment to pregnant women. But abortion is not life-saving, it's life-ending. And the core point for today, abortion is not healthcare, and no amount of spin can make it healthcare. Five years after repeal, the Minister should be asking himself if Irish women are now safer in the maternal healthcare system after abortion has been made legal. The truth is that Ireland has always had an excellent maternal safety record, and in the period when abortion was banned. What led to errors in that period was failure of the government to properly resource hospitals and to leave them understaffed and overstretched. And now the government is failing women in that way. Irish maternity hospitals say they're currently experiencing a critical shortage of staff, with hundreds of vacancies and fears that services may have to be curtailed. And since abortion was legalised, women have died in Irish maternity hospitals as staff struggle to cope with shortages and lack of support. Yes, the chaos in the public health service caused by failures of the governments does endanger pregnant women. That's why the National Maternity Strategy Group was tasked with the vitally important task of developing standards and processes to make sure women were safer in pregnancy. But then came the shocking news. Just after the 8 was repealed, the money ring-fenced for the very same safety strategy was redirected by the then Minister of Health, Simon Harris, to pay for abortions. How could that be allowed to happen? Does the government prioritise abortion over maternal safety? That's the question. Now we have an abortion review process that is seeking to bully Irish pro-life doctors and nurses. We are told doctors and nurses should be informed at interview of contract of employment that specifically is mandatory to carry out abortions when requested, and they would be fired if they refused. At a time when our maternal health services are stretched to breaking point, does the Minister think this is a bullying tactic likely going to work? Does he think the public would agree with the contention that badly needed doctors and nurses would be fired if they won't carry out abortions? The answer is obvious, they would not. Apart from the fact it would be wholly discriminatory and entirely unethical path for the Department of Health to take, this would also drive many excellent professionals away from the health service. Is that what the Minister wants? His support for abortion so absolute that he would deny excellent doctors and nurses employment and deny women essential care, rather than respect every person's right to act according to their conscience. The government needs to recognise this. A person's conscience is not susceptible to majority rule. Here are some salient facts. Almost 90% of GPs are not performing abortions. 8 out of 9 maternity units in Ireland are not currently performing abortions. Abortion is a grim business, very grim. I would not take a carrot to a helpless child in the womb, nor anybody tell me to do so. There are thousands of doctors who feel the same. A study of Irish researchers from UCC published in the British Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology reported that doctors who carried out late-term abortions in Ireland said it was brutal, awful, and it was like stabbing the baby in the heart. This is horrendous and deeply saddening to think how this is happening in our Irish hospitals. And yet here we are today to say that mothers deserve our love and support, not abortion. To say that unborn babies deserve our best expertise and care and not the cruelty of abortion. And to say that pro-life doctors, midwives, nurses and other healthcare professionals deserve to have their conscience rights fully protected as they work to save both lives. We will not be bullied into taking the life of an innocent child. We will not be bullied into pretending that abortion is healthcare. We will stand together and support each other as we continue to do everything that we got into medicine to do, protect and serve both mother and child. Thank you very much.